ever bow my knee to him.
Well, listen, you dealt with Courtney and her intimidation tactics and all that. Like, you're going to deal with this man after what you just went through with Courtney? Good, Misty. Very awesome. He needs to hear more about himself. He doesn't like it. Narcissists don't like that. Ruins their image that they're selling to the public. Like, I like less attention. I had no intention of going viral during COVID. It was the Michigan nurses down there in that Facebook group that shared my video,
Yeah.
and it just took off. My coworkers made me viral. You know what I mean? It wasn't even my own doing, and it threw me out in a spotlight I was never expecting. But my voice is strong,
Right.
and I have to use it. I try to use it for good. But man, people just piss me off.
Look, I could tell you personally, I'm not here for the gifts. I'm not here to fuck around and find out. I'm here to, tell people, hey, look, this is where we need you. You know, donations are going to be taken from the funeral home. Uh, it all the donations will go to the 14-year-old boy and the other kids. We're not asking for money. We're not asking for donations. The donations will go to the church. It will go to the family that has been has put up with this.
I feel this. I was just scrolling my FYP because I had to leave. I couldn't listen to the fucking details earlier, and just listening to the prosecutor ask what she was. Even the prosecutor was a little bit taken aback by all of this heinousness. I think she will get justice. I think it'll be fair. And I think that everybody needs to quit attacking each other over this.
Yeah, well, the thing is, RT, is that I was done attacking Chef.
Oh, I know.
I put him behind me, but the thing is
This,
that he kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
well, those are the creators I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you, honey. I'm talking about the people who won't let go what they were believing.
I know. It's just I'm trying to say, I tried, but that man never stops. It's like you keep feeding him and feeding him. It's like you're feeding a dog that's already chewed through the bone. And it makes me just frustrated to sit here and allow him to push and push and push other people's buttons.
And that's what they do for the reaction. And I'm proud of you for standing up and having the courage to not put up with this shit. Because that's what these people do on this app, is just intimidate. It's one of the reasons I hate it here, but I also have a strong voice and a lot of support. So it's like a necessary evil in my life. Like, I don't want to be on this app. I hate this app. I like Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Facebooker. But there's a lot of good people here. And I don't like the making fun of people. Like, a situation like with Courtney flying up the driveway, that's different. But to sit here and pick apart somebody's medical conditions and, Kimmy, I'm sure, has her own issues. It's just not, you don't know what somebody has been through. You don't know what they've experienced to turn them into that. And I just don't appreciate the making fun of. And, I honestly trust, and I don't know how you feel about this, but listening to this and hearing one of the most common things that people have gotten up in these boxes and said is that they were placed in foster care.
She was not at the court yesterday.
No, baby, I'm in Alaska.
Which I wish I was living there.
If there's a court date in January, though, you bet your ass I'll be there. But damn it, I forgot what my train of thought was. I'm so just all over the place with this. Damn it, I forgot what I was even saying.
Well, this court thing has got everybody like trained, and then you got somebody that will not stop with his ego.
Yeah, it's relentless at this point, and he was wrong. He led a mob mentality pack against you, and the best thing that he could do is humble himself and fucking apologize.
He's not going to, and that's why I keep post. I keep
Yeah,
posting his picture all over the internet.
so my favorite hobby and what I'm really good at, and people will tell you, is dancing in people's frontal lobes and driving them crazy, especially when they do shit like this. And if he's responding to what you're doing, keep doing it. He don't like it. If
Oh yeah, Jen, we're talking about Chef,
if
the fucking ego maniac.
if he didn't if if he didn't care about what you were saying, he'd shut up and move the fuck on. He's bothered. Keep bothering him. He hates it. He perceives you as weaker, and he doesn't like the fact that you're not submitting to him.
Did you unfollow him, Jen? Please tell me that you unfollowed him.
He's gotten blocked by a few people today, running his mouth about us, and people aren't here for it.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you, look, I'm not all for bullying somebody because that's not my type of style. Because I used to be in that position. I used to be bullied. The only reason why I stand up to bullies now is because I know for a fact, with a shadow of a doubt, they can't touch me. I'm untouchable. He lives in Canada, or whatever you want to call that town, and I live in the United States.
The only thing he's going to do is call in false welfare checks and CPS visits, because that's all this app knows how to fucking do, is waste resources.
It makes me sick to my stomach because I thought that us as a community and as us for our TikTokers, we can all come together, band together. We have one common goal, and that was to get answers from Courtney and Brad. But now it has turned into this feeding ego. Holly, thank you for the likes and thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
But Jen, listen, like, even though he's got somebody who's a lawyer sitting over there, look at how wrong he was in his guesses. He had Kimmy as the aggressor, Trust out there meeting with people at the Manton Bluffs, plotting out, like, what the fuck? You and your lawyer friends were a little off. And you went, like, I don't know what lawyer would go ripping through people's information and putting it all over the internet, because that's considered doxing.
Shep thinks that he's a hero
Shep
of this
is the
case, and
last
he's
one
most
into
definitely
this
not.
case. Steph's case files and She's Country had 4 days of fucking work and interviews on top of his ass. He came in, muscled his way into everybody's fucking platform, running his big bullshit mouth.
Thank you, Holly.
Oh my God, fuck that man. And he knows he was last. That's why he's out here getting all mad and beating on his chest.
That's what
And I'll
they
keep
did. He was
insulting
nothing
him,
at first.
he's bothered by it.
He never went out
Dora,
looking.
yeah. Dora's the reason I found out about it, because I'm friends with Dora. Yes, he's a criminal. A criminal judging other criminals. That's exactly it. Yeah.
He's been in prison. But the thing is that he's going around telling people that, what was it? Oh yeah, that I was sitting in jail. That that I'm some type of cancer.
Yeah. Had him complicit with Kimmy in all of this, and that they were spreading information and meeting up to hide things. It was insane. You were attacked so bad in the beginning of this that I just sat in here quiet. Honey, if you go to my link tree in my bio, if you just click on my name, there's a M Live news article. I really can't repeat it. It's making me sick every time I read it. It's bad. There's about 9 charges for each of them, Raven. There's 9 charges for each. There's an M Live article in my Substack in my link tree. It's the last article posted.
And you notice it's all women he has in his corner.
No men. No. Exactly. There isn't and if you do have a man over there, it's somebody like Justin or somebody he perceives as weaker. He has got, and that's the way Mac operated. He had women all around him. And if there were any guys, they were perceived as lesser. People who wouldn't challenge his authority. Respect my authority. And he thinks that he should be above you because he perceives you as weaker because, I don't know, you're affiliated with this case. I don't know. I don't know why he looks at you as weaker. I think you're a strong, courageous individual who tells people to fuck off, who have their nose in your business.
Look, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, I've never, and I mean never, have bullied anybody in my entire life, not even in high school. I was the only one that was being bullied. Not only by random people, but my own brother. My own flesh and blood. And that has what made me sick to my stomach.
Yes, they do police who you can talk to. And that's why I'm getting terrorized. So my haters from the messy side of TikTok were watching this whole situation, and they started gravitating to the creators that they thought that they could lie to and who would take on their argument against me, thinking I'm going to give a fuck, I guess. The louder, what I have learned no matter what is that negative press is also good press. You can utilize that to spread the message, even if they're over there slandering your name, talking cash shit on you, making everything up and trying to convince you. The way that you conduct yourself and the way that you respond speaks volumes, because a lot of people walk away from them after they see you not being the person that they're trying to paint. They ruin themselves. He used Don and then dragged him, but also talked shit about all. Yeah, exactly. He was over there cutting up with Tennessee. Me and Allie and them were listening, but then he goes and talks shit on her after she's over there. And we love her. Like, they were literally talking about how her involvement in this has kind of opened the window to spread some awareness about people with autism and neurospiciness. And she was accepted. And then to hear that he was talking shit on her after she was cutting up in the box yesterday. Oh my God. Just know that, like you, Jen, there are other audience members who see that. They're watching that. They're seeing it too. They don't trust him. They won't talk to him because of that. But Trust has made a lot of new friends.
I have. And these are the people that I'm willing to stick with. But the thing is that the people who have decided, oh crap, I pressed the wrong button, who have decided to stick with Chef will not be allowed on my platform, will not be allowed on this page. I will not even give them the day or the time to even get a breath in.
And stand on that, because there's no reason he should. He ain't nobody special. Nobody knew who the fuck he was on this app until this. We all know you, though.
Wait. Who's Chef? Who's Chef? Oh yeah, nobody. He
Fucking
ain't
nobody.
nothing.
He ain't shit.
I mean, shit. I know he's from Canada.
He will
From
resort to threatening and trying to intimidate. I don't listen to any of it. I quit listening to him a long time ago when he was allowing a bunch of misinformation and harassment of innocent people in this case and the doxing of people on his platform. And then to come into my chat that day and demand, I'm giving you one more chance. You ain't giving me shit, motherfucker. You're in my chat. Bye. And then that Ivory Rose knows nothing. She come in my live yesterday and I muted her immediately. I said, I'm going to treat you the same way I was respected in your fucking chat. So she ran her mouth about me today too. That's great. Go over there and run your mouth, because then people come over and read the truth about you. That's a wise fucking thing to do. They were smart. They wouldn't say my name at all.
okay, Amber. I'm sorry. I need to step in here. I get it. I don't know you. I look. I made a lot of incredible people, but the only reason why I'm making fun of Chef is because he irritates me. He's
Oh,
an
I don't think she means you, honey.
arrogant.
I think she means Shep and his crew for just making fun of like everybody in the town and whatnot. Like it's disgusting, I think is what I'm
Okay,
reading.
Amber.
This is
I was just.
yeah.
I'm done with it. This is, we got justice.
And there's still more coming, because it's not done. There was more people involved in that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You couldn't do all that with just Courtney and Brad. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like that didn't happen.
Look, all I can say is that if he wants evidence and he wants all these clues, then he needs to get up out of his chair, out of even his head needs to come out of his ass.
It's so
And
yeah.
from Canada, he needs to come driving all the way down here and look for himself.
And he did want everybody going to his platform so he could control who had the information first. He was trying to take lead in all of this, and then he took credit for the protest and everything. Buddy, that would have happened either way. We didn't need your platform. I can get 2,000 people in my chat depending on the topic. I like about 30 in my chat. I'm good there. I can put 80 people to bed at night. They come over and watch snow and listen to nighttime fireside chats in Alaska. Like, I don't care. I'm only out here because the people keep asking me to come. He runs it as a business.
Okay, for the chat, for the people down in the chat, let me ask you this, okay? And I want you to think about it. Don't say it. Think about it before you type it. How would you feel if Chef put, because I know half of us have kids, maybe all of us. Okay, what if Chef linked your address, your phone number, your job, your parents' address, and your kids are there? What happens then? Think about it before you type it.
Yeah, like how do you think you would react with your face and everything on a green screen? Because Nobody really knows until it happens, and I'm going to tell you, people wig the fuck out.
Coochie Carmichael or something. When did he do that? Because I don't recall. I have been watching all the lives. Then go watch his. I'm sorry.
Link in bio, you can go through the list. There's a summary with each of his lives, and you can go find it yourself. If you've watched them all, you can go back and review. Because he's the one who experienced it. Like, and that's the problem with TikTok, I have found. Because you know how, like, on Facebook, you can go back and watch the lives? You can't do that anywhere on TikTok easily. So like, if you've missed an episode because you're fucking normal and have to sleep and can't stay up for 20 hours a day chasing a story, that's great. So you weren't probably in all of the lives. You would like to think that you were, but you're probably not. You can go back and review in my link tree on the Substack. Click the spreadsheet. There's a whole section on Chef. They're in time-stamped order.
Okay, hold on, RT. You know when he dropped addresses, he dropped mine, where my kid stays. She stays here with me. He dropped Kimmy's address. He's now dropped whatever that guy's name is, Donald.
Donald. Yeah, he's not going to solve anything that the investigators don't have. He's operating on the fact that a bunch of criminals came and said that the police weren't doing anything in order to muddy an investigation. That's what he can pat himself on the back for. Believing criminals.
Okay, that was weird. The look on your face, bright lights, bright lights.
That's why I love Alaska in the winter. It is so much nicer with lack of daylight. Especially with all this snow.
Look, okay. Chef may try to get my address, but guess
Yeah, I'm
what,
up in
chica?
Fairbanks.
Guess what, chica? That mother ain't get my address. Buddy on him.
I'm homeless in Alaska in my car in the Walmart parking lot, and I stand on it. Believe it if somebody told you that. And I love how they cherry pick what rumors that they believe about you, depending on what fits your narrative. No, it's not dark 4 months out of the summer. It's daylight 24 hours a day in the summer. Nobody's got 24 hours of darkness in Alaska except for the very tip, and they're in that right now. It's for 63 days from November to January. And if you look at a globe and turn it to Alaska on the back and then point a flashlight at the front, that's science for you.
Hey, if anybody can give me Chef's address, I will gladly call Canada's fucking police and have him arrested. Oh wait, I don't want to scoop down to his level because he's like a 3-year-old.
He is. He's a petulant fucking toddler who's not getting his way. And anybody who has to sit up there and beat his own chest and pat himself on the back and give himself credit for something while nobody else is taking it speaks volumes. Yeah, do not stoop to his level. You're not his. You ain't that man.
Hey, Brandon. Oh, man, this guy, he's he's come on here day in, day out, day in, day out. And he sits here and he all he does is he bashes people and he gets info from these people. And then he turns around and then he bashes more people.
There's a mob mentality, pack behavior over there.
Good. He should stay unfollowed. You know what he said today? He said that everybody in that family was lower than him. What does T? I don't know. I've seen a few of them do that actually.
Exactly, fam. No different than the one he's trying to call out.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that, man. He does that, Stacy. That's what he does. If he doesn't get his way, that's what he does. It's because Brandon. It's because I won't scoop down to his level. His level is like a 3-year-old grade level. Yeah.
Man, I went to town today and got me. There's a new Italian restaurant by like legitimate Italians, which is like royalty in Fairbanks. Because we don't have shit to eat here. But their food is so good. It's so authentic. And I got this big old meatball panini, but it was made with this giant ciabatta bread that was homemade. My God, it was so delicious. I need to go heat the rest of it up.
I mean, shit. I already know in the morning people are gonna be like, dude, this guy said this last night about this guy.
That's all they do all night long. And then they sit in group chats and like, it's crazy. I could never ever invest this much time again. This was a whole different ball of wax. You know what I mean? But like anybody else's business, like I used to get involved with, I ain't. I used to love to sit and break their lies until I realized they did it on purpose. Oh, really, Jenna? I don't know, Amber. Like, uh, somebody was over on Reddit a few weeks ago and said that I had to go take a shower somewhere else. And I'm like,
Hi, Crow.
we've all seen my bathroom and my toilet and everything flush, right? Like, yeah, yeah. But the internet believes anything just because they say it, it must be true.
Well, we're not causing drama over here. We promise. It's just I thought I would come on here and just chill, but you know what? The chef wanted to make this about what he wanted. He wants to build this army, and he wants to say that, oh, well, he's behind Rebecca 100%. No, no.
Well, it's
Um,
Chef's own behavior. Like I was watching everybody. I was watching Chef. Like I was live jumping from live to live, like following the story, right? I sat in your chat for about a week before I even said anything to you. I was just watching people. I was watching how the chat was acting, your response, what he was, and that's I made my own decisions based on what I saw. Diesel, I swear, cat, I'm going to throw you out in the snow. I can't wait another week and he gets neutered. Like I cannot wait. Um, he's driving me nuts. Then I have to deal with him having a cone around his head, wrecking everything. Yay! Um, but his own behavior caused me to make my determination, and nobody else.
Like, I'm not the hating type of guy. I'm really not. And the thing is that, I gave Chef the credit where it was due. And then he kept pushing and
Mm-hmm.
pushing and pushing for more. What else can I give this guy? I gave him what he wanted. And now he turns around, backstabs me, uses me, lies to me. And now he hates the fact that I put him on blast on
You're
TikTok.
standing up for yourself. You know that bullies, I was bullied in high school. I fought my way through it. I was suspended 4 times. I should have been expelled. My last fight was with a guy in auto class. I did not take no shit. And people left me alone. And it earned me a reputation that still stands 30 something years later.
Look, I know that Chef may not know me. And yes, I have showed my face to people. But you know what? A criminal wouldn't show his face. Yeah, I may be autistic. Yeah, I may have a learning disability. But you know what? That doesn't mean crap.
Nope. Man, I've ventilated buildings before humans because I'm from Michigan. I am from the area. I used to work at J.E. Johnson in Midland until the recession during Bush and the Obama administration. And I went back for respiratory. Good morning, Rose. Nope. She didn't mean that. She thinks she wants down.
Good morning, Rose.
Did you want down, Rose? Probably.
Yep.
Yeah, they do use it against him because of him being on the spectrum. He doesn't respond in the way that the internet expects him to. So therefore, he's guilty.
No, you're okay, Rose. Look,
Tell
I
you,
may not.
autism
Okay,
and ADHD is a superpower that people should fear. That's all I have to say.
okay, I may not be smart. Okay, first of all, first of all,
Yeah, but you're more.
second of all,
Trust, don't do that to yourself because I'm sure you are smart in other areas that they don't. Usually, autistic people excel in certain areas. They have a hyperfixation that they are like super smart at. So don't sell yourself short, please. Please don't do that. You have more common sense than most people, my guy. You are smart.
oh, I know I'm smart. I know that exactly. I do. I learn differently, but that's
Exactly.
what Chef doesn't understand. That he doesn't. Well, okay, I can't say that. He probably does have kids, but does he have kids that are autistic? Does he have kids that have ADHD? Does he have kids that learn differently?
No, because if he did, he wouldn't spend 19 hours a day on the fucking internet because he wouldn't have time. People like us with these neurospicy tendencies are more hyper aware of others and how they make, I don't care if I'm hurting a bully's feelings. I don't care if a troll takes offense to something I say because they came in here and they said some stuff with ill intent. Don't be mad at how I react, right? But I don't
Yes,
go around
Cherry.
looking to hurt people.
Yes, Cherry. He was making fun of me. Yeah.
Come here, Ellen. Come here.
That's why my eye is like the way it is. Okay? My eye may be crooked. I may be learning differently. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still a human being. Was smarter in that life when he was.
I'm not even sure. I quit watching him after all that shit went, like after the Jax incident, when she went into that house and his chat was in there pushing her to do more. I was done with him that day.
Oh, I know that you're not talking shit about me. I'm just saying that Chef is not the guy that you want to be. What's that word that I'm looking for? Be
Portray
around.
himself.
Yeah, you don't want to surround yourself with that type of people.
Yeah, he is not who he portrays himself to be. Which you'll find with a lot of people on the internet.
Yeah, you know what? Some people may not like me. Whoop de doo. That has always happened in my life.
Yep, me too. I quit caring what other people think about me. It's none of my business. I do everything with good intentions, and I have to answer to God, not Chef, not TikTok.
Do you know Becca's brother, Brandon, Scott, or Anthony? No, never met him.
Is that on a different side of the family?
I think so.
Indians or something? Yeah, I still think there's a whole cast of characters that is going down in this too. There will be more arrests. It's Courtney's oldest.
Oh, that's kind of cool. No, I never met Brandon, Anthony,
Oh,
or
I'm
Scott.
sure they are, Rose. I'm sure they fucking are. Oh, honey, I can only imagine. Yeah, that's probably a good thing, Miss Deanne. But even knowing that that's your biological parent, and where I my heart goes out to Kimmy because this is
Rose, I sent you a follow.
yeah. You can tell I'm not everybody's cup of tea. RT, you're rude. No, I'm direct. I am direct. And everybody that I do get along with on this app, like where I gravitate and hang out, I'm going to tell you is mainly from Michigan. We are a different breed there. We have an abrasive personality in our state. I don't know what it is, but I find that everybody who has conflict with another on this app, the majority of the people who get mistaken or have who get attacked are from Michigan, and it's because of the way we respond, and just our mannerisms are completely different.
So, guys, in the comments, since it's just me and RT up here for right now, because there's a lot of people that are still waking up. I mean, I've been dealing with Chef for the last 4 hours. And this guy, I tell you what, he's not even worth the breath that I am wasting on this guy. But let me ask you this. For the most of the people who have lived, breathed, worked in Michigan, doesn't matter if you live in Saginaw, Flint, Mount Pleasant, or any town. If you had a guy named Chef from a different country or a different county say this town is horrible, with showing hands, how many people would be sick and tired of hearing the guy over and over, day in and day out?
My nephew was with them. Okay, so that's your nephew who was with him? So then even he got even he got blamed. I'm guilty of that because of what I heard on the internet.
Well, I'm from Kentucky, but I'm sick and tired of him. Yeah, Trevor, I get you. You're showing your hand. Stacy, I get you. Jen, I get you. Because, fam, the only reason why he was accused is because of Chef. That would be the 14-year-old boy. Yes, I know 1,000 that my nephew had absolutely nothing to do with it. He's a great family man.
He's
Well,
probably fucking completely traumatized.
Allie. So Allie just said this. I heard it from other people before I heard it come out of Chef's mouth. Well, guess what? Chef, and I don't care if he's watching this. I don't care if he's sleeping. I don't care. People can go back running towards him. But he's a coward. He's got no cahutos.
Detroit!
Welcome in from Detroit, Michigan.
So born and
The
raised, then
Lion's
moved up to
Town.
central Michigan. I miss home. I wish the snow and the mountains were in Michigan.
So this is the first time I saw your lives, but I have
Hey, Jamie.
heard of your name a lot. How are you connected to this case? Shay, I used to date Kimmy.
And the poor guy came out here and put his 2 cents in when it blew up all over the internet, and suddenly Chef had him tried guilty and an accomplice with Kimmy in a schmurder. And he was really wrong and won't apologize.
I'm just a couple hours from Michigan. This case has been so heartbreaking. Yeah, I know, fam. Jamie, come back, RT. I know I'm in the thumb. My heart has been shattered. That's true, Autumn. I meant to say that he can't talk about it at all, or he just feels like throwing up. Rose, my prayers go out to him. If you guys ever need anything, I will gladly send you over my phone number if you guys ever need somebody to talk. Or, oh my god, I'm sorry. This is where my disability comes into play. I will send you over my phone number, so the way you have it. So the way if you need somebody to talk to, you are more happier to call me, text me, or DM me here on TikTok. Charles, what do you think about Kimmy's charges? I think that her charges are bogus. But she lied to a police officer, which is not okay in my book. She knows better not to lie to a cop. You are very welcome, Rose. Especially as a mama, I just can't even imagine. Autumn, I'm a dad. I would want somebody to find my kid. I would even be out all night finding her. It isn't a disability, it's a special gift from God. That is true, Jen. And you know what? RT and a few other great people have been in my corner since day one. But Chef has not been in my corner. All he does is that he runs his mouth all day, every week, every night. I am out. The police got Kimmy to protect her because they was coming for what? They was coming for Court and Brad. Ah. Yes, if it was mine, I went to sleep, eat or drink, stop until I had mine back. That's true, Jen.
I
That's it.
honestly didn't even think Courtney had like the major implication until like the last end of it there when she was just like over the protest. I was doubtful. I thought maybe Richie or Brad, but when I saw her in that mugshot before the charges, it was solidified in my heart that she was the one that did it. You could see it in her face. I still think there's charges coming from Richie. If you listen to that voice message, you can hear him in the background. She was ready to go to bed. He was asking her to go to bed, and that
So
was
were,
right. It
so
was
were
right
you
before.
surprised about Courtney and Brad doing this? No, I was not surprised. I knew they were fucking evil. But what do I know?
I'm so
People call me the
sorry.
R word. People call me stupid. People call me not smart. But guess what? That's all because of one person and one person typically. But every time that I talk about him or I hear his name or even look at somebody that says his name, it makes me want to barf.
Trigger
That's
word.
how ugly he is. Man, I came in. I don't even know what his wife or kids look at him for. God.
Yeah, how do you look like you're raising children to behave just like you in school?
Serious question. Does his live ever shut down? Only at 8 o'clock.
No, Cherry, what I really think is that they have some kind of foster care system that they're milking the system by convincing these women to give up their children and place them in adoptive homes within their little network of people, right? Because how many children have gotten up in the box that said they were fostered out? I have not heard of so many foster or adoptive families in one area in my fucking life. So that was a red flag to me. So I really feel that they're adopting them out, because if you listen to the woman whose children were adopted to the Climps, they made like $1 million on her kids. Plus, if they're incestual, they have disabilities, a little bit more frequently. You got SSI there. You know what I mean? So they're just milking the system, and then you get food stamps. They don't have to live anywhere. Then they lock the kids away and abuse them. And they have somebody inside with CPS who is signing off on this and making it happen. And using it, and they're using it as a power thing. So there's another girl that we found last night that this just happened to in Vermont or something. She was 24 years old. She was living with 8 people, and they took her out into the woods and pretty much did the same shit. Like, they're using it as a way to control people. Like, what other way would you be able to control a woman other than threatening her with her kids being taken away or never seeing your kids again?
Would
That's really
anybody
the vibe
else?
I'm getting.
Would anybody else would like to come on the panel? It's just me and RT right now.
Like, I'd like to hear what anybody else from the area thinks, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And I think that that's what they're going to find when they dig deeper into this, especially with the Climps. It's going to take time, but I think more is going to come out because of this. Listen, Kat, you guys drive me nuts. Okay. Back home, they're doing that. It's happening in every state. It's happening in every state. And you got a detective who's in on, you know what I mean? Like, there are people in on the inside on this, and they're getting kickbacks. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're getting kickbacks for helping this out. Ellie, if you don't stop, this cat, I swear to God, she loves the drama. She got to be right in the middle of it. I know there's not enough foster families, which is why they're placing like extra kids with foster parents, and they're not being followed up on. They're getting lost to the system, you know? Like, look.
So again, anybody would like to come on the panel is more welcome to. Right now, it's just me and RT.
I don't even think it was about Richie's baby, honey, because she wanted to take Araya's baby before that when Araya lived with her, and Araya's not related to Richie. And she wanted her baby too. Like, she wants babies. I think she was running low on money, and that was the quickest way, was a baby.
I have 7 more boxes if anybody wants in.
I want to see more people using their voices and speaking up for what they see is wrong. Because that's the problem. These people use fear and intimidation tactics. Keep using your voices.
Stacy, you don't have to come up on the box, honey, if you don't want to. That's okay. Have you talked to Kimmy Trust? No, I have not. I've I don't know. She hasn't called me from jail. I don't know. I've been trying to schedule to go see her, but the thing is that I don't think they will even allow me to go see her.
If I were you, I would just wait. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself in the middle of it. Write her a letter. Write her a letter.
Right.
Send her your info.
So another live said they spoke to Kimmy and she is very scared now that court is there.
Yeah, because you have to face everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dealing with all of this. She's reliving a lot of trauma. And the fact that, she's obviously not getting help. She's sitting in jail. I think she's going to need a lot of psychiatric help once this is all said and done. Because if she doesn't get it, the rest of her life, I think, is going to be pretty rough.
Let her know that you are here for her and let her reach
Has to
out.
be a postcard
That's
now.
that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm letting her come to me, but she has not made one single phone call.
I'm going to mail Courtney homemade postcards with all of the quotes of her lies. Send them to her. Reminder of all the things she said on TikTok.
But
Since
but but the only reason why I'm not defending anybody, I promise you that I'm not defending anybody. But Chef should not, and I repeat this, should not be talking to Courtney or setting up anything that has to do with Courtney.
he's trying to talk to Courtney.
Yeah. He admitted that
Oh
on
my
his live.
God.
He admitted that on his own live.
Get the fuck out of here. I hope they hit the deny button on that request.
Ha! Ha! That's probably right. He probably does want her date her.
Oh my God. Oh, the clout chasing is real. I gotta have the first jailhouse interview. It must be me, chef. My ego cannot take being last.
In VR, wasn't that him joking? No. Look, okay? Let me ask you this: in VR, are you here to defend him, or are you here to
Yeah,
defend
ask him to get
yourself?
the receipts on me scamming Santa and line them all up and show me where, since he likes to believe scammers. Because the people who are telling him all that shit are the legitimate scammers. They've been being called out for years. So you go ahead and ask him to fucking look at those receipts and show me where before running his fucking mouth about rumors. Fact check that shit. Just because somebody showed up in your chat to talk shit on me doesn't make it true, motherfucker. You better do some research. You look like a whole fucking fool. And that's why I'll never fucking have anything to do with him. Because I know he doesn't do it. Because if he did, he'd be like, oops. He has TI's TikTok informant syndrome. Yeah. He's a snitch.
We're talking about Chef. Chef has snitched on everybody. Tress, do you think Kimmy is innocent in all this? Oh, I'm gonna keep answering this as best as I can, as best as my ability. I think that she was played. Her mom played her. She got wrapped up in it, even though I tried to talk to her and I told her, hey, don't go to your mom's. Don't look at your mom. Don't even think about your mom. So, I mean, she's got a sentence now that she's got to deal with. I mean, if she just keeps her head down, she doesn't talk to anybody in that jail. Shit, there's a lot of women who've been locked up for murder, uh, a lot of other things. Yes,
Yeah,
she was
I,
afraid of her own mom.
I truly think there was a lot of threats and fear put into Kimmy to get her to cooperate that Courtney thought that she could get away with. It just would have been a lot easier if Kimmy just would have went to the police and told them the truth in the beginning instead of my sister's missing. Would have solved a lot of extra stuff and we wouldn't be here. They would have just went, got her, and it wouldn't have been a whole TikTok saga, you know? And I know that's playing over in her mind over and over. It's not going to change the outcome of what happened, but
I don't think that she should be talking to anyone, especially from the app, because they will
yeah,
use everything.
not at
That's
all.
true.
I think you're right. I don't think anybody
Thank you,
should be talking
Steph,
to
for
these
the heart
creators.
me. That was kind of you. Was Kimmy and Becca close? Yes, Rose. They were very close. Ow.
I think if anybody truly loves Rebecca like they say they do, that they wouldn't, or Kimmy, that they wouldn't be out here saying and doing these interviews like they're doing.
Kimmy
I
has
was,
spoken on the phone to 2 people off this app so far since she's been in there. Yeah, well, guess what? Those phones record every conversation.
yep. Well, see, you know, Mama Jones, I was just thinking about that now that you say that, no one without an attorney. Do you know in federal cases that you do not get appointed an attorney? So I'm really wondering if they want to hem them up really bad, if they will wind up slapping them with federal charges just to really fuck them over. Problem is, federal prison would be cushy. There's a pro and a con to all that. Federal prison is like the best place to go out of all the prison systems. State prison's miserable as fuck. So if you're going to spend life in prison, I'd rather it not be in federal. I'd rather you be miserable in a state issued generic wheelchair, because they'll take her crutches away because they can be used as a weapon. She'll have to have a wheelchair.
Exactly, but both of them have different
Fed
stories.
has, no, they do not. Google that, because I did. To check your facts. They do not appoint you a public defender. They do not exist in a federal case. Try that again. You have to pay. You have to pay for your lawyer in a federal case. Federal is cushy. Look at the fucking what are
I
them?
love that. Say that again, RT.
What?
Cushy.
Yeah, federal is, it's all cushy. Look at the Chrisleys. They went to federal prison. So did the Real Housewives people. Oh yeah, federal prison's like a resort compared to the state pen. Yeah, I would, if I'm gonna do something, I'd rather do federal time. You betcha. But if you want to break them and make them not able to defend themselves properly, a federal case would do it, because you would have to pay a lawyer. Oh yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yes, the DP. Yes, they do. But think about how long people sit on the um on the DP row there. I got what you're saying. Sorry, I'm only halfway through my sleep cycles. Um, but yes, but they would sit there forever doing cushy time and probably die of their um like all the shit that they've done, tore their body up with the rugs that they do, before they even had the opportunity to be put to unalive.
Jen says, if you ask Shep, it's over 100 years, blah, blah, blah. It's like he does, like, does he really know everything? No, because Canadians don't know everything. They don't use their brains. They're like
We
zombies.
we love to insult Canadians as Michiganders. It's a love hate relationship. He fucked up with that one. And then if you listen to the judge, some of them can be run concurrent, and there was other ones that could be charged consecutively. And then there was other ones where, you know, like they had other conditions. Like if you go back and listen, like I cannot with that man. I will not. Where's
Question: were the girls tied to court by the time you were with Kim? Kim was living with me at my apartment. I would not allow her to be around her mom. That is how dangerous her mom is. I was trying to protect her from her mom. She ended up leaving me for James Mercer, which is her first cousin, which is still sick.
Maybe it's the federal civil cases I'm thinking of. That might be what it is. If you get charged with a civil case, they won't appoint anybody. It's just the criminal charges. So if somebody were to sue them civilly also in federal court, they would have to pay for a lawyer. I think that's what it is. It's the civil side of the federal charges. They won't appoint you anybody. Like with OJ, when they sued OJ civilly, he had to pay. They would never appoint you a lawyer.
What's up, Linda?
Yeah, it's because of the criminal charges. If it's a civil charge, I believe, because what I was looking up was a civil case with the things that I was dealing with. It was civil. And it was very specific in there.
And yes,
I still have the Chat GPT reference and the
Stacy, yes,
and stuff.
Kimmy had a kid with James.
Okay, so there's been this huge thing, and there was somebody in the family that we were talking to, and I know that you said that he was Courtney's brother, but everybody is insisting it's her first cousin. Even family.
No, James is Courtney's brother, which makes Kimmy and James first cousins.
But why is the family also saying he's Courtney's first cousin?
That I don't know.
And it's James Mercer,
Good
correct?
morning, guys.
Good morning.
Why are you so chill? What's happening? Why are you so happy today? You've been so down lately. Now you're just happy. I mean, it's a good thing though. You're happy.
See what I'm
Morning,
saying down in
Natty.
the chat, Trust?
James is
What they're saying? Courtney
second
said
cousin
he.
on the family
Who?
tree.
Brad?
No, James Mercer.
They
There's some
said
major
that though. They
confusion.
definitely said that.
Hold on. That I did not know because she told me that James was her brother.
What?
So she's out here making shit up again. That's what I'm saying. There's something weird about that because I'm trying to get it into Chat GPT properly. There was a huge discussion about this yesterday, and I'm like, no, like Trust was asked, and he was insistent. Like Courtney told him that it's her brother.
Yeah, which she lied to me. So that I didn't know that they were.
And why? My next question is why? Over something that's stupid. Why would you lie?
Because she's pathological liar.
That's true.
Courtney's always got a motive, though. There's a motive behind everything she lies about.
We had this weird guy on our panel 3 days ago. So he's not even related to them guys, but there's apparently another Mercer, exactly same name and a surname, and these two getting mixed up. But they were like going to the school like together. He was telling all the weird stories that we went to the prison together. So I'm wondering,
Are you talking about Michael Mercer?
No, the one that you was just saying that I think it was but yeah, they were talking about him. He came and we were like, he goes like, "Oh, my cousin now is my cousin or the brother." He's so angry because people mixing up with him because the name's identical.
Maybe it is both. You know what? Maybe she told on herself. Maybe maybe that is her cousin and brother. It is fucking possible.
Jamie,
Well, yeah.
hold on. Jamie wants Jamie asks us, I just want to know where the baby is. Somebody better talk or confess.
The
Uh,
baby listen, they found the baby that night when Brad took it. That's where the warrants came from. The baby is deceased. It was told in court what happened. The baby died that night with her. I need you all to stop. They detailed what happened that night in court. They both
They
died the
did.
same night. They have the baby. Stop. Please. It's tragic enough to have to keep talking about this. No, it's not missing. It is not missing. They found it in the search. They went back out with Brad. You guys watched them go
Yeah,
back out
I
with
think I read
Brad.
it. It's not found. It's not like I'm sure I read that. I might be blind. I'm sorry, Artie.
It said when they everything was released in court yesterday.
Yeah.
You guys obviously didn't hear the recording of the court.
oh,
They
oh, oh, oh. Hold on.
What's happening? Yeah, Brad showed them where the crime took. Yeah, I
they
think I'm blind.
listen,
Honestly, I'm
What's up,
blind.
listen.
Jen?
They have enough to charge with the death. That baby,
Absolutely.
they have everything they need to prove it. It will come out in court. There has to be DNA evidence done on what's left of the remains. They
What's
can't
up, Jen?
identify it without DNA. Okay?
Hmm, that's so sad.
Absolutely. That's what I was saying or getting ready to say.
Thank you,
They're
Jenny.
not going to tell anybody that they have the baby's body because they have to do an autopsy to make sure that that is like Rebecca's baby.
The
And then
fact
that's
that
all going to come out. But in the charges, if you read it, it says bodies, not body. It says bodies. That was my main thing.
Ooh.
That's the part that made me sick. And I threw up, started crying. I've never held my babies
people don't
closer to me.
read, they do not
Mm.
read, and they don't know how to read between the lines. And that's why there's no missing kids posters. That's why they're not looking for a missing baby or answering any of your ridiculous demands to find one. They have it. They can't legally say they do because they can't prove that it's that baby because of what they did with the fucking remains. And it's bad enough to keep talking about it. They're not looking for a baby because they have it. They know they have it. They just have to prove they have it. And it's not up to the public. Like the public entitlement is getting really gross in this. It truly is.
Monica, I'm going to have to ask you to please be kind and be respectful
The
that
only
you're in my.
nasty ass person is the one coming up into somebody else's chat talking shit about somebody they don't even know. But I'll make sure to personally block you. So, oh, look at the follow back, Monica. Why are you trying to follow me back if you don't like me, weirdo?
Ugh.
You too, Amber.
Like, it's so weird. I'm nasty because I'm trying to point out the things that, hey, y'all, you're getting yourselves worked up. And that's the problem I'm having is you guys are getting yourselves worked up into this mob mentality demanding a baby's body that they have. There's a legal process that has to go on, no matter what the public opinion is. You're you're not entitled. It's just like telling my COPD patients that they have to quit smoking and then them getting mad at us for not being able to fix what they caused. Like
Do you have any COPD patient? Do you work with
I'm a respiratory
respiratory?
therapist. That's where the RT comes from.
Oh,
I
yeah, because
deal
my
with
son,
ventilators. Yeah.
he's got CF.
No, first of all, before you came in here, we were talking about Chef and how rude he was, but now we're moved on to this subject.
No, I think it is a bit confusing, because in some articles they do say. I mean, even in a court they say, but we don't say, and it's like, I mean, do you owe us an explanation? No, right?
But
I
if you
just
look at what's going on, they're not looking for a missing person. They're not looking for a missing baby because they're not missing. They have them.
But they never looked for. if that makes sense. Then yet yesterday they gone back to the house. I mean, I'm not
There's
gonna sit
probably
and
more
speculate at
evidence
this
and
point.
details that have come out, because they're getting their electronic devices. You know what I mean? They're tracing
Yeah,
their movements and getting more people. You know what I mean? They've probably hidden some stuff too.
most likely.
So they're probably going back for probably more drain traps. They've probably found out more
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Brad's probably squealing. Maybe Courtney's talking a little bit.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Courtney and Rich.
I want to know what's going to happen to Rich because I know he was involved. You can hear him in the back of that voice message.
You can, yes, you can.
Rebecca left clues. She absolutely did.
I think
That's what
Brad.
led us to her.
I think Brad
Courtney
started
definitely
squealing.
spazzed. Like, I think that they would have probably tried to dispose of her body in a way that probably never would have been found come spring, right? Because it was getting too close to
Mm-hmm.
winter. The protest definitely pushed her to unravel.
That's
Um,
funny you say that. If I listen to very last, what who she sat with Steph's case file, and she said, and I remember this clear as today. She said in her last Steph case file, she says, "You guys and your protest push." Like you can read
mhm,
in between lines that basically she
yep.
said, if it wasn't for the all this protest, we would have got away, but things got sour,
There was
and I
something
was like,
also that she said
wow.
in that driveway. What was that when she was like, you ruined it or something?
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, wow,
She
that's
told on herself.
crazy.
There was a clip, Elizabeth, that Rebecca had sent to Ashley talking about the lasagna. It's that voice clip. In the background, you can hear Richie telling her to come to lay down with him. So she was, and if you read the article interviewing Richie's dad, they were at his house first. She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't at fucking Courtney's and popping up missing at 8:30. She was at Richie's dad's, which is not what anybody thought.
Brandy, I'm gonna have to ask you to be respectful or please leave.
Okay, so the reason that Kimberly or Kimmy is given any information is if she is not like responsible for anything that went down, why is she gonna take the downfall for her mama who has
She
the
is
rep? Her
terrified.
biological person, the, like this person who should be protecting her is trying to blame everything on her. So why no, like
She probably had
I see a bigger
something.
picture here.
Yeah, there is something way bigger. Courtney's been, well, she's done this to other people. You know damn well there's other girls out there like this. And that's my biggest fear.
Look at the story that was told about what her was it her dad who did it to who chained five
Yeah,
people
what
to
you
a
heard
tree
dad
and
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that's crazy
Wow.
thing. Like I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I tell you what, if it was me, and if that was if I was in Kimmy's shoes, yes, I would squeal. I would tell everything that I know that helps me get away from the whole situation, and then I would go try to find me the best help possible.
Courtney manipulated her some way to try to implicate her in this, and I'm sure Kimmy freaked the fuck out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to be honest with you, it takes somebody living through something like that, which I'm a person that I had to get away from my biological mother. I cut her off. I don't let her have any contact with my children. I knew what she put me through and I was never going to allow it to happen to my kids.
Yep.
I got away from that. I don't talk to um I can tell you out of my whole family, and there's a lot of people out here in this world, and I don't even want to say my last name because people will be like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, nope, I'm not like them. I talk to two people, my dad and my baby sister.
I
And that is
talked to
it.
my dad and my half brother. Like, and the rest of them, like, they know how to get a hold of me if they want to talk. I'm not going to be the one reaching out all the time.
I don't even talk to them. I honestly don't. I don't. Because
Yeah, no
it
one
is so
knows.
much,
That's right, Jamie. That's right.
it's so much drama in everything. And like people doing bad things and then trying to pull you in it, and I'm just like,
Yep.
no, like I I refuse to let my children live the life that I live. Now, I can't say the same thing for my siblings. My siblings have done some awful stuff to their children, and that is another reason why I have nothing to do with them, because I could not imagine. I know what we lived through. Why put your children through that?
Hmm.
Never,
But
never,
we are
never in
not
this world.
Kimmy. She was very corrupted, and both her and Becky long further by a mom. Kimmy was not corrupted, for one. Becky was trying to get her out of that situation. Wait, why am I even calling her Becca? Rebecca.
Rebecca. You know, I think for the adopted parents is one of the worst things. Not only one daughter gets taken, gets taken away with a grandchild, but also we lose the second one.
Do y'all think that
Because
Fred
how
did?
can you go back from this? Like, you can't, like, there's no possible way.
I don't think there's any possible way that this was done by Brad alone or Courtney alone. Neither, no.
No, it takes more than one.
That girl would have been fighting for her fucking life.
But unless she was, into giving something to sort of calm her down, if that, some sort of
It would
something.
have had to have happened very quickly after that voice message that she sent Ashley.
Couldn't
So,
it be something like oxytocin?
I
Why
really
we
hold
feel
on,
still?
like she had her labor induced.
hold on.
She
Jen,
definitely did.
Jen, let me ask you a question. So, you know Courtney and Brad, correct?
No, I don't know them.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, I have been an outsider looking into everything, and I just sit back. I don't normally say anything. I'm a silent watcher, and to be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever been on anybody's live. I've never even gone live on my own page.
Well, welcome to the live.
But well, no, I felt like I needed to. I am not gonna stand here and watch somebody just drag somebody or belittle somebody because they didn't, oh, I got what I needed from you and I'm done using you. I know how that feels because I lived with that for so long in my whole life. I'm never gonna allow that to happen to anybody else. I don't care if it's a stranger or not. I'm gonna be that voice to
Mhm.
stand up and be like, no, not happening, never. But there's just some things that I can say that I can honestly put myself, like, I'm getting chills just thinking about what them two girls had to go through with their biological mother, and that is sad. It is honestly sad to
Well,
just
like
like
listening to
think
what
about that.
all of these kids in these situations around this family have been through, when they're coming up in the boxes and telling us, it's like my heart was sinking with every new story. You know what I mean? Like I
Absolutely.
remember that week of all those folks coming over and defending themselves because their names were being drugged through the app by Chef because they were ripping through everybody's family tree. Um, and some of these people were really innocent and had not had contact with them in years and were being harassed. And that's when I started getting upset. And he's like, prove it. And I'm like, you know what? If these people have been telling you and you're muting them and blocking them.
Wait.
So let's just be so fucking for real here.
Mhm.
Um, and like, this has really inspired a lot of people to use their voices who normally would not get up in boxes, like you and other folks in the chat that I've seen. Like I want to see more of the normal folks who aren't out here to battle and do all this. I want to hear your voices. I enjoy sitting in your chats with 13 people and just listening to a good conversation.
Like I'm not by any means or any, but I am not saying that Brad did not have, you know, doings in this, and I'm not saying that he was charged wrong. What I'm saying is that you can look at that man's face through some of the lives and you can see where he honestly wanted
Yes.
to spill his guts because he was like, he knew it was wrong, but he also knew that, whatever the mastermind Courtney was going to do to him if he did any of that. And then that night when they were taken away, they knew who they could bring back. That's why Brad was the only person who came back
Yep.
that night.
Courtney
And
wasn't going to
Brad showed
cooperate.
them everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's why
He,
that's why her jaw dropped
he
when they
walked
started
them
telling
through the
her.
entire crime scene in the night and what happened. That is why they took the burned barrel. They
Yes,
don't need to
ma'am.
dig up snow. They were trying to destroy the evidence. And that's why they took the burn barrel. And they have to send it off for DNA to prove that there was remains in there.
Well, that's why they went digging through the trash can at the end of the
Yep.
road. They pulled that up and started digging through all that too.
I guess there was cops out at the landfill.
Yeah,
Yep.
apparently.
Grandma's house was possibly broken into. Isn't Grandma at
Wow.
home with Russell? Like, what? I don't understand.
You confirm that?
Where was Grandma?
What? Who's grandma?
All
Oh,
right.
who's
Well,
grandma?
She's right next door.
Yeah,
so
she's a really nice sweet lady.
Hi guys. What's up,
I have to
Jen?
say, so I was just listening, and not to bring it up, like, but I was sitting in Chef's Lab and I was being silent. And anybody who was sitting in there and heard this can back me up on this. Tennessee came in there and she was like, I really think that they were storing Becca's body in Grandma's garage, and
With the
Grandma has all those
cats,
Mm,
cats over
yeah.
there and they were hungry and they started eating at her face and blah, blah,
what
blah.
the?
Maybe that's why Grandma's house got broken into, because people were saying things like that. And none of that should have been said.
And that's why the cops wanted stuff to stop, because people are taking on this investigator mob mentality. They're fucking up other investigations. Like TikTok, they helped push Courtney, but they really interfered with a lot of other things. I'm just going to leave it
Mm-hmm.
at that. And I'm not going to participate in that. I'm going to organize what happened for the police and do them a nice spreadsheet of transcribed words, and then I'm going to take those transcribed documents. I probably might just create a Google Drive with all of it, and it'll be
Yeah.
easily accessible. I will post it publicly as fuck. I will send it to the police. Here, this will be updated continuously. Feel free to use it however you need, because this was traumatic as fuck to happen in front of all of our faces collectively. Because we were streaming each other, we were streaming multiple lives so we could hear everything go. You know what I mean? Like, this was just everywhere. This affected our chats, us, our children, our parents who were watching, and my coworkers were wrapped up in it with me, invested. Like, we were all invested.
Yep.
This was horrifying in the most horrific. Like, I was really trying to be like optimistic in how heinous it was probably going to be. I couldn't have been more fucking wrong.
Hi, my mouthy bitch.
Good morning, Trust.
How are you?
I'm good. I just stopped in to check on you.
I'm doing alright. Chef is still fucking bullying me like usual.
Hey,
Um,
that's all right. Let him
you know
bully you
what?
because
He
you
is
have.
just a internet creator from states and states away. Do not let him bully you. Do not let him bother you. He's a nobody. That's why he won't let go of anything, is because he's trying to make something out of nothing for the clicks and views. Don't let him get to you.
And you
Well,
also have us over here on your side telling the truth, and there's more than one person speaking on different things, and everybody's going to see that you are not what he had made you out to be, and one day they're all, guess what, karma's going to come back. Karma's a bitch. And
So we will be over there today, Trust, just so you know, we will be over there today.
I just want him to know that he needs to. How can I put this? Because I don't want to sound like I'm being mean in any type of way, because I don't want to scoop down to his level. He needs to stop linking my address where my kid stays. He needs to stop linking my phone number. He needs to stop linking my friend's address. That is not okay.
They're not involved. I mean, he is like convicted this guy of doing this to Rebecca with Kimmy, and it's just insane.
So,
He owes the guy an apology.
real quick, I want to touch on Grandma's house was not broken into. People
Okay,
need to
so
leave
that's a
Grandma
lie?
alone. That's completely 100% a lie, a rumor, a fictitious rumor. Not true. Secondly, that is doxing somebody. That's illegal. So he cannot do that to you. If you have proof that he did that, you need to contact the authorities. It don't matter what state he lives in. It's still
He's
illegal.
in Canada, honey.
Oh, okay, because I heard he was in New York. Who knows where he's at?
He's in
No,
fucking
he's
Canada.
somewhere in Canada.
But he has these people coming to my friend's houses every time that I go over there, and it.
Hey, now my friend Maymay can help you with how to get a hold of the Canadian officials, because we had somebody over on our side that was in Canada acting a fool, and I think she made some calls.
Ina? I guess
Yeah.
her name is Ina.
You know, but it's okay.
Okay. As far let me see. I'm sorry. I just wanted to address it. It's early here. Court's mom's end of life. I can end any suspicion you have of that too. So Courtney's mom was taken out of the house. Protective Services. That's just like Child Protective Services, but it's for adults. They removed her out of the house. She was a cancer patient. She was being severely neglected by Courtney. That is why certain family members said that they feel that Courtney is responsible for her untimely death is because she wasn't properly taken care of, not because of foul play.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank God to that. I mean, thanks to you for giving the information, because I was like Googling, searching, couldn't find nothing.
Yeah, because somebody spread rumors that she OD'd her on morphine, and thank you for debunking that.
I think the only
This
thing
is
it was
directly
that
from the
rest game.
family. It's directly from the family. There was no foul play. It was just neglect. They feel like if she would have been taken care of better, she'd still be around, or she would have been around longer.
Thank you for sharing that.
No problem. As far as grandma has not had any kind of relationship with Courtney in over 3 years. Courtney and Brad would antagonize grandma, cause trouble with grandma. They were never concerned about grandma whatsoever.
Feel so sorry for that old lady, and she seems so sweet as well.
Yeah, like the whole wanting to search grandma's house thing. I'm like, can we please leave grandma alone?
Right?
I honestly, and you can ask Trust. I've asked Trust some really hard questions before. I just seek the truth. That's it. And I will tell you that Tennessee is not a good person.
I don't really know these guys. I only came in for this case, and I really sit with like
Tennessee
Australian
is the
folk.
lady that has told people that she is ex law enforcement. She's ex military. She's a PI.
I need to put the name to the face, because my naming is really bad game.
It's Angel Dove, and she's the one that talks like really super fast and excited. Is on the side.
That's one of the ones that.
I think I know what you're about. Let me have a look. I'm
That's
telling
one
you.
of the
homeless
ones that.
lady that lived in the
She was
woods.
in Chef's box yesterday.
Of course, she was in Chef's box, but she's a homeless lady that lives in the woods. I could go way back from when she was a child and adopted. She's got issues. She's not to be trusted. She's clout seeking too. That link them together. Was she's out in Chef's life? Go figure.
I'll have to let Allie know, because she lets her sit over there a lot. I don't think she's aware of these things.
She even went as far as going to lunch with one of the local medias and gave a story. They bought her lunch and gave her a story. She gave a story that she's known Becca since she was a baby, and she's devastated.
Oh my God.
And and she was very close to the family. The family does not know her. The
What
family's
did
not
you
happy with her.
say her handle was? Angel?
Angel.dove.
Oh
And
my
that's funny because I had
gosh.
a sick feeling that the things that she was saying and how she just popped up out of nowhere, and then it was these stories and the way she was spitting and spattering all over herself and couldn't answer some questions. It was taking her
Well,
some
she's
time.
saying she's on the spectrum and she's talking about all. Because I was listening, I've had an uneasy feeling about it, and I know that Allie has been giving her a lot of compassion over on the platform and is believing her. So I'm gonna have to talk to her about that.
Yeah, that's all.
Rebecca would have
She's not
had three
close to the
kids.
family. The family didn't even know who she was. She acted like she wanted to help the family, and then what she did was turn her back on the family and started causing chaos amongst the family and people online. So she's not. No, it can literally take me 5 minutes to find dirt on anybody I want,
Yeah, well,
and it wasn't even dirt.
she was telling us that she was gonna buy the family the PO box.
She ain't buying nothing.
What she's gonna buy from Viva Smiles?
Listen, they gave her 2 jobs and neither one of them jobs worked out. They even went as far as letting her go someplace to take showers because she don't even have a place to shower. And she lost both jobs. No, 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 no. This lady's a loose cannon.
Was it the same lady who slept next to the church overnight?
Yes,
It's the
ma'am.
one that you can
Oh
hear.
my
Yeah, you can
god,
hear
I
her in the
thought she was
background
buckled.
when they came back out with the search warrant and Piper was out there. She's the
Yeah,
one that you can hear all excited in the background is going on about the cats.
that's weird.
Yes, ma'am. And not only that, but let's be honest. Oh shoot. Let's be honest. If she spent the night, if she had any kind of law enforcement background or even military background, and she spent the night out there to catch somebody doing something, right? Don't you think you would have a cell phone that you could at least call authorities with if need be? Don't you think you would know enough to call authorities if need be? And don't you think the minute you've seen flashlights in someone's backyard that is being suspicious that you would call them authorities with your said cell phone instead of going online? Now, if you have enough service to go online on social media, you have enough service to call law enforcement. And if not, why didn't you drive down the road a little bit to get service? Now, me and my daughter are the ones that started the protest from the very beginning. I got a lot of backlash because they said, hey, we're 2.5 hours away, but we're going to go do this protest. Anybody want to join us? We'll be there at such and such time.
Thank
Thankfully,
you very
people showed up.
much.
Thankfully, people showed up.
Were you
But
in
that
Heather's live that day? I'm trying to remember where all that.
yes, my
Okay,
daughter was
I was trying to remember
live with
where I was
Heather.
at because I knew it wasn't the other two who were out there now doing all this. I knew I was somewhere else.
It was Miss Merch was in
Okay,
Heather's
okay.
live, but that was before she got bananaed.
Mousy
And
Bitch,
I will,
let me ask you this: are you going to the candlelight this Saturday?
um, I can't. I would love to, but I can't. And I feel that that's for family and friends. I did not know Becca. I'm 2.5 hours away. I did not know her. So I think that's a time for the family and friends to grieve, not some random person that said, hey, let's have a protest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are planning one for this spring. We're going to do something really, really nice. But we all decided that we needed to wait until after the family can take a deep breath and just have a moment with themselves, give them their space. And then we will chime in with the family. Hey, we have this idea. Would that work for you guys? We'll get something going this spring. But I will tell you, if it's turned over to the federal courts, we have the federal court in my town. They would bring the case here. And my daughter already has a media pass so that she can get into that court if they allow it. Federal court might not even allow anybody in there. But even if they don't let anybody in there, I can promise you we'll be outside. There ain't nobody coming in and out of that courthouse without seeing and hearing us.
Thank you for doing the protest. And
I
thank you for,
mean,
for
we
even
wouldn't
going. Carry on.
We
on,
wouldn't
please.
even found Rebecca if it wasn't for this. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the protests outside of Courtney's house, it lit a fire under her ass.
Good.
Trust, I know that you know because you were in the live when I said, hey, we're going to do a protest. You guys can come out if you want. You were even like, why are you doing that? That's why we did it. I got so much heat from everybody. Everybody was mad because I was even going to go out there and protest. They didn't understand the point of it. And I simply said, we can sit here on the internet and spin web of lies all day long. And the fact is, Courtney, you're very comfortable. You are very comfortable getting on social media, spreading your web of lies. And then at the end of the day, shutting social media down and going home and relaxing, doing whatever you want to do. I'm going to be at your house tonight and it's going to be very uncomfortable for you. You can't shut us down. And it only took 2 days and it worked.
Yeah, but you got all the backlash. But what now they aren't seeing that you were the first person who started it, and
Right?
you aren't getting the appreciation that you deserve for that.
Exactly. It got put on to other
But everybody
people.
else is getting it, and
You're right.
that is unfair.
You're right. And it's not unfair though, because you know what? When me and my 27-year-old daughter went over there, we did it with no intent. We've never made a dime off this. We've never wanted to. The main purpose, I don't care if just me and her had to stand out there all day, 2.5 hours away from home, not knowing anybody in the middle of the woods, because that's where it's at. We would have done it just
You know what I
so.
think it is, mouthy bitch? You, Jax, and Piper all have the same kind of voice, and I think that because it's not a distinct difference, everybody thinks Piper and Jax are the same people when they're live, and listening to you guys kind of have that same deeper voice, and it sounds the same, and you guys are all really loud about it, and I think that that's kind of how it happened because there was no distinctness. You know what I mean? It all kind of blended together because I knew I was somewhere else. I knew I was.
Here's the thing, and I appreciate you guys bringing that up. But we don't want no thanks. The thanks we got is she was found. That was our main purpose.
I know, honey. I know.
We don't care who says they founded it or who said they did that. That's great. I don't care. It brought enough people out there. Rather, they had ill intent. They wanted the clicks and views. At that point, I didn't care who got clicks and views. I didn't care who made the money. As long as Becca had a voice and we were being heard, and we were being heard.
Because you did distance yourself from all of that, and I was trying. It got lost, and I was trying. And I'm sure I would have noticed because I was getting ready to post Heather's lives here after this batch, and I would have realized it.
Everybody, my daughter goes live all the time just so we can talk about the case. We stay away from the big creators. We do not go into the big creators.
Distanced myself from all of that. Like I was listening at first, and I was just kind of going everywhere as it played out. But as the stuff went down over in Chef's live where Trust was getting attacked, and then when Jax went in that house, I was done. I was watching the chat encourage her, and I was disgusted. They were coming from like that live, and I'm like, I am out. I am not dealing with any of this. I've been over here with Trust and just kind of supporting him, and trying to organize everything that happened so the cops could figure it out.
I will say when I'm right or when I'm wrong, and I am wrong, even though I'd like to say I'm not. One day I came into Trust live because I didn't know him that well, but I was angry, and I have apologized to Trust many, many times. And I got up on here and I said, Trust, can I ask you a question? He did not know me. It was the first time we actually talked. And he said, yes. I said, you don't have to answer, but I want to know, is Becca in your basement? And if she is, are you feeding her? And that was my question. Right, Trust?
That was one of your questions, yes.
But I felt I had to put pressure on him too, just to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I have apologized to him over and over. I will also say, as far as Jax, I did meet her at the last protest. Because anybody that showed up for the protest, I made sure I introduced myself. I made them feel like they're part of the group. You know, I wanted people to stay there. So yes, I did meet her. I had no ill will towards her. When I seen her go into the house and I seen how it played out with all the gory details, and then I was like, oh man, I don't like this. And then the
No,
pictures
she
got leaked.
didn't.
Then the pictures got leaked, which I asked her to make sure they did not get leaked, and she promised they wouldn't. I woke up the next morning and they were leaked. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. But then come to find out, I guess some are not even the pictures. I haven't been able to get in her box. I've attempted to get in a box a couple times with her, but she's had many, many people in there. Or she's mad at me. I don't know. But I am looking, waiting for the opportunity to apologize to her for that. Because if she really didn't leak the pictures, then I shouldn't have went off about her leaking pictures and that she fits in the category of useless. But I will apologize to her until I learn otherwise. But I jumped the gun. I was angry. I let my emotions get a hold of me. And yes, I said I would never follow her. But and I don't follow her, but I would apologize to her. If I misspoke, absolutely.
Trust, I've got a question for you.
God,
And
what?
that will clear up for a lot of people stuff. Now I don't mind you, right? I think you're a great guy. But my question is, are you RSO?
No, I am not. Whoever
See?
told you that, no.
That's been said from the very early start. Once I've heard that, I was like, nope. Like that was said for a very long time. I'm not kidding. Why do you think a lot of people don't come?
Because of Chef. The
No, it
way that
wasn't
he
chef. It
has.
wasn't chef. I can assure you this time it wasn't chef.
I will also
This
say
time
this,
wasn't.
trust, when I came in, you had like 31 people in here. If you look at your numbers did go up. I don't know a lot of people on here, but a lot of people do, for some reason, know me. That's awesome. That's great because it shares awareness. I also want to address Crow. Crow, I think that question will be answered. Where has Becca been for nearly 3 weeks? When they release the autopsy findings, because they will tell an approximate time
Yes.
of deceased.
Well, they said it in court yesterday on or about the night of November 3rd.
You're all doing a good job for being the voice for Rebecca and her baby. That is absolutely correct. We
That's
all
why
are.
we just need to keep staying on track. Like, I can't believe it's gotten here. I mean, I can because it's fucking TikTok, but like, this is ridiculous.
And
No, I
one,
don't think I've ever seen anything like this in my entire life.
one more
I
thing,
mean,
and Chef,
mm-mm.
Trust, this is your platform. So if you want me to shut up, you just tell me, hey, I heard enough, shut up. Um, but I will say I've heard, and me and Trust are not friends. I check in on them because I worry about them. I do have a cousin that has cerebral palsy, and they have, to me, it's the same mindset. And Trust, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when people bring Trust's name up in my daughter's life, I simply tell them, I'm not friends with Trust, but I feel bad for Trust because Trust is very impressionable. People can persuade him to say things that they want him to say, Chef being one of them. We could be in a room all together right now. We could be in here all right now. We're all getting along, having a great time. It takes one person to come in here when I'm not in here. Let's just use me. If I'm not in here, and they could come in and say, oh, mouthy bitch, she did this, she said that. Make Trust believe that, and he's going to flip the script on me, knowing that I only come in here to check on him. It don't make him a bad person, and I don't know him, but I think maybe Trust might have a little bit of mental disability, whether it's ADHD or,
Yeah.
and
Well,
people are playing off that.
Mouthy, you've heard me say it over time and time again. I do have a disability.
Mm.
I'm not gonna hide it anymore. I've
I
hid it
You
honestly
all
have
my
shouldn't
never
life.
heard
have
you say
to.
that.
And you
I've
shouldn't have
never.
to.
Oh, there's Abby Lou. Do you see Abby Lou in the room thanking me? She's a sweetheart. She
Hey,
don't ever
sweetie.
thank me.
Every.
But she is directly related to Becca.
Yep.
And if you guys ever see her in a room, I don't care if she's in a box or just in the chat, please have her back. She's gotten so much heat from this. And she is a sweetheart. She's adorable. She's a sweetheart. So please make sure you guys always have her back. I don't care if people don't like you or whatever.
Yes.
Unless they can prove to you that she's a bad person, just please shut it down.
Unless
That's
she's
the way to
directly
help
involved
them.
with this case, I leave her alone. Like if she didn't do something to Rebecca, I don't give a shit. Leave her alone. Leave
I will
everybody
say this.
alone.
I don't care if Abby was in the woods in a hunting blind, or if Abby would have been at grandma's, or if Abby would have even been sitting in Courtney's yard and would have witnessed anything like this being done to Becca. Abby would have risked her own life to stop it.
Crow, to answer that question, no, I was not close to Rebecca. I was close to Kimmy.
Why? You know what? People now that comes as a new case for them as we starting now, they just should just drop this case and wait for Netflix at this point. It's too late to start and look at this case now.
Yeah, like
Just watch.
everybody's yeah. They want us to
Just
repeat it.
watch. Just watch, because sooner or later, when this case is over and done with, Chef will have nothing else to talk about but to apologize. And I'm not gonna accept it, because you know
But
what?
apologize for what? Trust? I mean, I don't really watch Chef's lives often, right? But when I've seen it, most of the time he used to be like talking really nice to you. Then I don't know what happened. You
He
turn against
started
him.
blaming Trust when there was these stories coming out with Courtney and Kimmy getting questioned.
Okay.
He started making him an accomplice and saying that they were out at the Manton Bluffs doing things that they weren't doing when they were supposed to be bowling, just making up narratives.
And it never was cleared up.
No,
That's
and
the
then
chef.
when it finally came out, Trust blew up and demanded an apology, and Chef started shaming him more and implicating him in more crazy theories.
So
And
it's
who meant
And
to
not
be
then
a
just
grown
chef.
up?
They're also targeting family. Anybody
Yeah.
that's been connected to Becca, they're targeting. And they're doing that with the main purpose. They can't let it go. They need more people to blame and point the finger at to keep their clicks and views up. That's what it is.
exactly, and his ego is always going to get the best of him. But one day somebody will come along, and he's going to get humbled. He's going to be, oh, he's going to get it. And at that point in time, he's going to stand back, and then he's going to want to come back and apologize and want everybody to be on his side. But by that
Honestly, it's
time,
probably
everybody's
going to
going to
be
know the
this
truth.
case that does it, though. He's going to keep going on and on like this, and it's going to keep coming out how wrong he fucking was, and people are going to revolt. Just give it time. It is going to be this case that does it to his dumb ass.
You
I'll say it
think,
again. I
Party?
refuse to let anybody drag somebody else for no damn reason at all. I don't come live. This is the first box I've ever been in. I'm out of my whole time on this app. I don't go live. I don't do none of that. But I refuse to stand back and let somebody drag somebody else for no reason. Like,
So
that is
I just need to
ridiculous.
address Abby Lou for a quick second. She says she has so much respect for me. You know, respect. I appreciate that, Abby. But listen, when people were wanting their clicks and views and they were going live and clout chasing, that's why she has the respect. And I know you guys said I don't get recognized. I don't need recognized on social media. I get recognized by the people that matter the most. When everybody was getting their clicks and views and on social media, I was actually meeting the family. I helped crowdsource and get a fence for grandma, cameras for grandma. That's what I was doing. I was helping the family that was not involved, and they're just being a target of the aftermath.
And
And
I remember that. I was sitting in live and I heard, and you're thinking back on that. I heard you when you were trying to get that all organized and taken care of for grandma so that nobody would go over there bothering her.
And I know Allie has a lot of friends, and I'm just going to bring this out. Um, Allie has a lot of friends, okay, on social media. She got them. Allie has not been at the beginning of the protest. Allie came the first night of the protest after just about everybody left. That's when she came into play. Never got to meet her. The second night of the protest, I did get to meet her. Allie showed up with some pizzas, and she had the water from the protest the night before. She put it in her car because she said she was coming back the next day. The water stayed in her vehicle. She never took it out. The pizza, she brought out a couple. The rest was left in her vehicle. Everybody else brought donations. Chachi, I mean, I could go on. And I do go on. I do make sure everybody's recognized. So when we got ready to leave, she took off walking with her camera and somebody else. and the pizza was still in her vehicle. I'm the pizza bandit. I grabbed the pizza out of her car and I gave it to somebody else, I won't name names, that made sure the pizza was there the next day for the searchers and for the protesters. That's what the pizza was bought for. That's where it went. Another thing, when one of the family members came out to talk to me, I asked everybody there to please turn your cameras down and mute. They did not want to be on live and they were family. Everybody listened except for her. Yeah, she didn't have to lawfully do it, but respectfully she could have. And I asked her personally, hey, are you muted? Can you turn your camera down? She lied and said yes. Then I knew somebody came up and told me, hey, she's still live. She's broadcasting all this. So me and the family member walked across the street to have a private conversation. He did not want to be on camera. She followed us over there. So that's when I got a little angry and I confronted her and I said, is your camera on? She's like, I said, you need to go back across the street. This is a private conversation. And then we went over and I got to meet grandma. That if somebody says, I don't want to be on camera, especially if it's a family member, don't put them on there. I don't care how many clicks and views you're getting. Mute for 5 seconds. So she lost my respect. Then she posted a thing stating where on Saturday, I told her, thank you for everything. Absolutely, I did. I thank everybody that does something nice. I thank them. I make sure they know I appreciate them, even if it's a little thing. Did I say that? Absolutely, on Saturday. So when I seen that post, I commented and I said, yes, that's before I figured out why you were there for clicks and views. And I did not appreciate that, blah, 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 blah. I said, and that was Saturday. And she blocked me. So, if that's what
I will tell you that Allie is the
truth,
only
go
other
ahead. But I only
person.
speak the truth. I was out to seek one thing.
I know. And I will tell you that I think it was just an in the moment thing because Allie is the only one that I will sit and talk with calmly because she is about the facts. And I think that there was like a lot going on that day and a lot of pressure from people's chats too. And that's my problem with TikTok is that when you have people who aren't used to this app and what those chats do, the pressure makes you make really bad decisions. Because Allie, honestly, is the only one I have any amount of respect for left in this, who is trying to approach this with, because yesterday she broke down. She couldn't even record. She did get permission to record in court, not a respect for the family. She couldn't push that button. Jax is the one who played it.
Yep.
So I do want to put that out there. I think that a lot of it had to do with TikTok pressure from the chat, and it just was an emotional time for everybody that day, and it was just everything was bad. And then I know from being in Alaska and streaming that when you think that you touch your mute button on your phone when it's cold, your phone doesn't respond if your hands are cold. And you might think you are, and you might have tapped it, but it didn't feel it. So there are things like that can happen.
And I hope and pray that I am wrong about Ellie. I really do. And I would be the first one to apologize, just same as I'm waiting for my opportunity to apologize to Jax. I would apologize to her.
She is
I would.
honestly the only one that I will have anything to do with in this anymore.
Oh, she got yelled at. No, but guys, we also have to remember I am from UK, right? And I was on like 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep, and these guys who were actually there and and searching and everything, they're on way less sleep. They're always stressed out. So that also plays a lot into what's been happening, what's being said, who's been angry, who's filmed what. Sometimes we just don't think and we do stupid shit.
Lee, who do you want me to talk about? If I have a mouthful of something to say about someone, I'll say it. So who do you want me to talk about? Or
Dear
you just
God, you're not
rage
allowed to
bait
have
us?
an experience of people, but they can sure talk about you.
I think they're trying to rage bait. I'm not talking about anyone. And if one of the names I've said wants to come in and address it with me, I have no problem hearing them out.
She started to record too soon, that's
Yeah,
why.
they didn't give them any instructions on when they could start recording, so the judge admonished her, and she really threw her off because she didn't get any instructions, right? She just was recording, and they had to wait for a certain time, and then she was in between the family, she was closest to the like the real parents of the situation, and she's like, my heart was just breaking at that point. I was a wreck, and I just could not. I just couldn't do it to him.
Oh, bless her.
So, in all fairness, she literally just got that media pass, so she probably didn't know the rules or where or when she was supposed to record. Listen, fame, whether it's on social media or on TV, whatever, fame can twist something real quick. It can make you think one way. You got peer pressure. If you're not ready to deal with that, it could cause problems. And I'm hoping that's the case with Allie, because I'm not going to lie, I did like Allie. If I didn't like Allie, she
She
would
is
have been at the
honestly
protest.
really sweet human. Like she is really in this for only Rebecca, and her upset was pretty much the same in your and Heather's. Was it was getting away from the mission, and it was getting full of misinformation. And I think you guys were intentionally divided because together you're stronger. And that's kind of what's happening that I'm watching with these creators is there's a lot of drama now starting because the app is doing the app things, and you and Allie together on this would be so strong that they don't want you together, and there's
So
drama that will be created.
my daughter changed her platform. Many requests that she looks into other cases.
That's
Well,
what I've been asked
both of us,
to.
but I'm not a social media buff. Just so you guys know, if you follow me, you follow me. I don't really understand how this all works, but so we're already going to be working on another case. I would absolutely love to have support and people to help us think outside the box. You
Because
know,
that's our mission too. We're kind of all coming together and having all of our voices who don't want to get involved because I don't because they're trying to pull me back into the drama on the and I don't want anything to do with it. This is really an important mission to me too. And we're all kind of coming together for that purpose. And I know Dora is interested in that as well.
And that's all I can do is tell you, always go with your gut feeling. If something don't feel right, it's probably not right. As far as Allie, if you are friends with her and you want to tell her, hey, invite Mouthy to a box, I have no problem chit chatting with her.
Honestly, like revisiting now, and just after everything has been, like now that it's all settled down and we found what we need, I truly think you guys would be a force to be reckoned with. I truly do.
Well, I have no problem whatsoever talking to her and telling her where it went wrong with me, and I'll listen to her, and maybe you're right.
I think
and
she is emotionally intelligent enough to have that kind of conversation. I truly do.
Because so many people at the protests were pulling me aside, and
they were trying it was trying to be, I think they wanted you because they wanted somebody that like what Jax is to Chef right now, and he's trying to like, oh yeah, and having her on his platform to play the court hearing. They wanted that, and they were trying to pull you away over to somebody else's platform so you could be their boots on the ground, so to speak, right? And they were trying. Everybody was trying to get their
not social media. Locally, social media, no, that would never work with me. I'd rather deal with somebody face to face than on social media. And from the beginning, I even told all the big creators, you guys are making a ton of money off Becca and her case. At least donate half of that back to Becca or to Becca's family.
And I think I got lost in this because you and Jax and Piper sound the same, and I wound up following Jax. And then when she was going in the house, I'm like, that doesn't seem like what the person I was following would do. And now that makes sense to me because I'm like, I don't think those people that I was following would have done that because they wouldn't have. You guys wouldn't have done that.
In her defense, and mind you, I haven't got to apologize to her. Abby can vouch. I have said I've tried to get in a box with her. I would apologize to her. I don't care if there was 3,000 people in there. I will apologize to her. But as far as her going into the house, and I would like to
for her.
Hold on, Mousy. Hold on, guys. Okay, yep. Danny, if you're gonna want to sit here and accuse what is right and what's wrong, and you want to sit here and say, Chef, she said in Chef's life, please go support Chef.
You don't know what she told the cops. This is a TikTok fucking story, girl. What matters is what she told the police. Who cares what she told the app? It's really, you're not part of the case. And you're free to have your opinion, but let's base it on factual evidence that's going to be presented in court, not the court of TikTok public opinion.
So make sure you're all following Miss Merch, because she is looking
I
into
do
2 other
follow
cases.
her, and I will be going in more often now that I know.
Okay, and we will be in Cadillac or that area, but I don't know exact town, but whatever. We are going over there today at 1:00 at a restaurant, something Mexico or something. We will be there. Anybody wants to just discuss anything in person with me, we can step outside, have a civil adult conversation. Allie's more than welcome to come. Nobody will treat her bad, including myself. I would love to hear from Allie, or if she wants to do it in a box. However, I don't want big influencers causing any more havoc on this town or people involved with it than necessary.
Exactly, and that's really where we're all at. We're all kind of like, man.
I mean, I get it. I get it. People
I
are
thought
mad
you
with
knew.
the people that are arrested, but you know, this town is very beautiful. There's
It is.
lots of things to see in this town. But you know what? Chef has made it to the point where nobody wants to come to this town because he feels like everybody is.
It's a fun little vacation resort town. You know what I mean? It's got a beautiful fucking lake with amazing views. It's right next to Christmas Tree Capital. It's a gorgeous ride. You're
Sorry,
acting
can
like
I
the
address
whole
something
town.
real quick? I'm so sorry. It's early. I can't even see to type. Abby, yes, we will be there at 1:00. I will send you a text, honey, and let you know. I would love for you to be there.
Because Chef thinks that he's a big dog, and he's not because he's got a little bark.
It's got little man syndrome.
Hey, Mouthy. Someone's in the chat asking you to check your messages.
Do you know who it was? I didn't get no messages, I don't think. Listen, I don't have glasses on, and I
Is
am
it
getting old.
Paige?
Everything's blurry. Paige. Hold
Something.
on. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
No, I've tried to align myself very quickly with the people who weren't about like getting away from the message of what this was really about. I don't agree with what Mr. Kasky is doing, if that's what you're referring to. He doesn't know Kimmy. He is twice her age and being opportunistic, and he's doing the same thing that everybody else has done to her, in my opinion. I don't
Hey,
think,
Joyce.
I think that nobody who doesn't know Kimmy in her real life should be befriending her and calling her at jail.
Right? I found that
Let me
so
say it
odd.
again, Danny. Let me say it again, because that covers everything. I don't think anybody who doesn't know Kimmy in her real life or is not her real family, who cares, should be calling and befriending anything at jail and turning this into a TikTok story. Period.
Honestly,
Cookie
as
girl.
far as Timmy, and this is my opinion only. It did not come from family. It didn't come in from any other source. It's just my opinion. I feel they used Kimmy as a pawn for clicks and views. They got in her head. They had her say stuff that she wouldn't normally say. I think that's why Kimmy is behind bars right now, because for not telling the truth, she told them what social media wanted her to tell them.
And I think that's probably an accurate assessment, which is why I've been running my mouth and being another mouthy bitch. And I don't care what they have to think about it.
I love mouthy bitches, especially if they got a backbone and 2 legs to stand on.
I think
Literally.
it's a Michigan thing. These people do not like that direct Michigan attitude. Like, we are just direct, but to them, we're rude. No, we just call it like we see it. We ain't got time for all that nonsense. Let's just cut to the chase.
Facts over feelings, people.
That's it. He sought her out. Yes, he's very predatory. He is in my mind, Mr. Kasky is no different than these other
Archie
women.
does not cuss at her own followers. Get a life.
You know what? They're still around.
If you
Those
need to be
numbers
cussed,
haven't
why not?
dropped. If they hated me so much, why are they still there? Shut the fuck up.
Can I say one more thing? And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for it, but that's okay. I got to love the haters too.
They're my
I am
promotion.
going to crowdsource. There is a minor child that was in the house. Y'all know who I'm saying. I won't say names because it is a minor.
Yeah.
He is placed with family. He really don't have anybody to turn to except for family, and they are good family, good people. I have met them. I would not be on here saying they were good people if I didn't believe it firsthand. He needs stuff. Christmas is right around the corner. A lot of his stuff was confiscated for quote unquote evidence. They have to. If it's an electronic device or whatever, they have to take it. This said minor is autistic.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he's seen something or not, I don't know. But with that being said, keep in mind, he is autistic. So if you look at, Abby Lou, I did ask her because she is connected to the family. I'm not going to say how she's connected.
Mm-hmm.
She has a ash cap in her bio. $5, $10, any dollar would go directly towards help supporting him. He's a teenage boy. He does eat. Now, what his mom and Brad did, come on, that has nothing to do with the boy. It's so bad. The boy's not even in public school. He's going through it. He has disabilities. He's in counseling. So anything would help. If somebody could donate even $1, and when you put a note on there, just put for, let's just put for boy, and she'll know exactly who that's for. Anything would help. If you find it in your heart, please do it. If you don't, then don't do it, and just don't say anything negative. But he's a child. In my eyes, he's a child. And if he had his hand in any of this, there's juvenile detention center.
Yeah, he was calling. So I was over in Trust Box one night, and somebody hopped up, and he had been calling a family member, really like upset and crying one night. So he was really going through it in that house.
Now, not only did he get thrown into this really boiling pot, he's lost his pets. He was able to keep one snake, but he lost his dogs. Unfortunately, we don't think that she's a mother, but in his eyes, his mother. And let's keep in mind,
That's all
he
he
is
knows.
autistic.
Yeah.
Again, it is
Wait.
it's in Abby's bio. It's in Abby's bio, just so whoever asked, it is in Abby's bio.
Malfoy.
So you're in Canada, right? So you might know Chef.
Malfoy.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, and I don't care anymore. I've wasted my breath with this guy. Please send Chef my regards.
Malfoy.
Yes, ma'am.
Could I send him like a parcel from UK, or anybody, even yourself, a PA box or anything like that? So it would be like
Abby,
something, like he can try the sweets. Let's say he can have some sensory, adult toys in a way, like
I think that is amazing. Even a Christmas card. So,
hang on just a second. Mouthy bitch.
You do have a PO box? Okay, Abby, that would be amazing.
Mouthy bitch, I am gonna be a mouthy bitch. RH Ball. I won't be giving my hard-earned cash to him, especially to someone on TikTok. Don't trust anyone. I hope you're referring to Chef and not this 14-year-old innocent boy who just got wrapped up in a murder case. I truly hope that's what you meant. Okay, sorry, mouthy bitch.
No, thank you for addressing it. I need to get my glasses. I'm just too lazy to get up.
The only reason I caught it.
Abby does have a PO box, and as long as she's willing to give you her PO box, I think that would be amazing. Even a Christmas card for him to read.
No, but it takes around a week to get from UK to USA, something like 5 to 7 days, I think.
Aw,
Yeah,
that
they
would
do
be
it
so
on a
awesome.
damn barge. They do it to Alaska too. They put it on a freaking ship. They don't even.
No, we put it on a plane, but like now,
Ours goes on a
obviously, UK had a
barge.
Brexit. So until they do the customs, and it's like, oh my God, the turtle would get to USA. But
I will
I'll try.
say this, and not that I don't trust you. I'm just
Hmm.
putting this out here as an
Yeah.
announcement, and I appreciate you. That was so kind. But if anybody sends anything to Abby's P.O. Box, Abby, I am asking you to please open all mail. I don't care if it's just an envelope, a box. Open it before you give it to him, just
Mm,
to be sure.
yeah,
Oh,
because
he
I'll
wasn't
see.
raised by Courtney until recently. I didn't know that. I thought she
Yeah,
had
he
him.
was raised by her mother.
How? Oh, so when did
Mm-hmm.
mom pass away?
2
Because
years
mother
ago.
was a guardian, isn't she?
So when she passed away, he went into her care
Yep.
and she got
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
taste of the money, is what it
Yep.
was. So she started wanting more babies.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, now we see some
Bingo. Ding,
motive.
ding, ding.
Now we see some motive. Now I see the motive. Now I see the motive.
Now, his bio father, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, but his bio father is a POS. Well, I think I can say that on here. He's a piece of shit. He lives in a different state, and he is a registered SO2. So there's no contact with the bio father.
Oh my God.
And if you want to know why he's a registered SO against who, I'm sure you guys can use your great imagination to figure that one out. So that boy has been through a lot in his life.
I just
But I
thank
hope
God that
now
there's an
he's gonna
awesome
have a good
community
life.
out here surrounding this whole family.
Hmm. So sad.
Hey, could you please message, and girl, you know I can't do the whole messaging back and forth thing. Could you please message Ina? Am I saying that right? Ina, your PO
I know
box.
it don't really matter which one, but yeah, just I texted her whatever whatever he would like. I'll see if anybody else wants to send him a Christmas card, so I can just put him one big, and he can open like loads of Christmas cards, whatever well wishes. Just make it something really special for him because he had a really tough time, and let's just make it at least 5 minutes of happiness because that boy
You are an
deserves
amazing
it.
person. I appreciate you so much. You just made me smile so big for this morning. I appreciate you. Anybody like you? We have a lady that's disabled. She shared her story in live, so I had I don't feel bad saying it.
Mhm.
Her husband has passed away. She's got 3 littles, and she's in a wheelchair. That lady couldn't be out there on the ground, but what she did do is call local print shops and stuff, got us free flyers made, and she did that all from home. Just little things like that are big things.
You can always contribute, even little
Yes.
stuff like that, you guys. Even if you think you can't, you can. There's a way for everybody to feel included. All of you did this. That's why I don't like one creator taking credit, because all of your voices are what did this.
For the people that are down in the comments that are not on the panel, tap that screen. Let's make it to 9.5 likes. Or 9.5.
Trust. Stop it. Stop it. You don't need those likes. All you need is a pat on the back
My
and that
cat's
away.
coming over here like, hold on a second, I gotta work. Hold on.
No, sir. We're going to keep tabbing for you. Everybody is, if you're in here, just keep tapping that screen. Tap, tap, tap. That's all we
I
need
want
for
to
you to
make
do.
sure that this kid knows that I'm here. I'm letting
Hold on.
him.
Trust, do me a favor. From this point on, if you want likes, and that's okay to want them, but what you say is tap the screen and gift if you would like to keep me on the FYP page.
So
That's
that
how
people can see the truth.
right.
So that people like us who have a kinder heart and want to help in so many other ways that we can help. Because I tell you what, if me and my family can come together to brighten up any day for a 14-year-old who I can't imagine what he's been through, we would love to do that. I can't wait for my 2 little girls to wake up so that we can get on this because it's going to be a goal of ours. We're not going to give out any information. If they want information, people need to go search for it themselves. We just know a 14-year-old who needs brighter days every day for the rest of his life and needs to have a good Christmas. And if that's one wish that we can do, that is something that we all need to come together and do.
Amen, girl.
He's a young man, and
And there's a question down there. Could a family member establish a trust fund? I know that they're doing it for the other two kids of Rebecca's because they have some power of attorney, but he's going to be tied up in court with some guardianship issues for a minute. So there's nothing that can be done right now, but in the future his guardian can. But right now, nobody's really appointed to do anything because mom's locked up, incarcerated, and he's got to go through a legal process now.
A quick one as well. If anybody has, so I just remembered. I mean, I used to do that for my son. So anybody who has, like even the lady that you said who's, no, actually the lady can't do it. Anybody who has disabled kids or autistic kids on spectrum, ADHD, you name it, there's a page for the kids from age of, I believe, 5 to 18, where you can sign them up and people from all over the world will send them a postcards. Like we used to get millions of postcards, and that's for free to sign up your kids.
Trust, I'm gonna drop back down, honey. I'm gonna doze back off for a few hours before I gotta get up and work.
Wait,
T,
RT, before you
honey.
leave, are you local to that area?
I grew up there. I'm in Alaska now. I'll be back home in January though, up in the area.
Holy moly, girl. Okay.
I
would love
missed
to
winter.
meet you. I
Michigan
like
quit
you.
having winter and I left. I was there
I really do
35
like
years
you.
ago.
I appreciate your honesty and your bluntness. I love people that are blunt.
Well, right now it's got to be that way because I knew how messy this was going to get. It's TikTok. It's what it does.
Okay, guys, well, I'm gonna shut down for a little bit. I'm
All right,
probably
you get
gonna
some
try
rest
to
too, buddy.
go back to sleep for a little bit longer.
Good night, Trust. Abby, I'm going to actually go live. I know it's a shocker because I think this is my first time going live, but I'm going to go live so I can talk to you real quick, honey.
I'm gonna join it.